Um, did you see it coming? Um, or did the latest twist in season 3 leave you completely stunned? Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button so we can keep exploring these wild storylines together. The 4th episode of season 3 turned everything we thought we knew upside down from a single one. Um, just as Lottie Matthews seemed to be embarking on a path toward redemption after her time in an institution, things took a dark and unexpected turn. Ever since Tali Sadetsky first encountered Lottie, shooting her no less, the two shared a strange magnetic bond. But Shauna, Callie's mom, wasn't having it, and and it was that moment when Lottie handed Callie Jackie's gold heart necklace, pushed Shauna over the edge, and Lottie was kicked out of their lives. Um, Lottie didn't fade quietly into the background, though we seemed, as we're left wondering what her intentions with Callie could have been. The episode ends with a shocking revelation. Lottie is dead. And the question now is, who killed her? The suspects, let's start with Melissa. Throughout the season, subtle hints have pointed to her as a troublemaker with unresolved issues from their time in the wilderness. Uh, Lottie's cryptic conversation with her on reflection in this episode has everyone wondering if it's connected to Melissa. Was Lottie trying to make amends for something long buried, only for things to spiral out of control? Then there's Tysa, and her dynamic with Lottie has always been complicated. In this episode, Thaisa's suspicion deepens as she becomes fixated on Van's trembling hands and looming illness. And could Thaisa's darker, sleepwalking self have taken action driven by a twisted instinct to stop whatever she believed? One thing's for sure, the list of suspects keeps growing and no one is safe from scrutiny. Um, uh, but that's not the only mystery haunting the survivors. Travis's cryptic drawing resurfaces shortly after Coach Ben's trial, and like his artwork hints at something chilling. A man on the ground surrounded by 3 women. I don't think it was my Indian audience. When Lottie questions him, he simply says it's the end result. With Shauna's growing influence among the group, it's hard not to fear for Coach Ben's fate. Could the isolated survivors, once cannibals out of desperation, turn on Coach Ben for darker, less justifiable reasons now that they no longer rely on survivalist instincts? What's equally fascinating is how Shauna's power is taking hold. Lottie, once the group's spiritual guide, seems to have sensed a shift in leadership. During the vote on Coach Ben's trial, Lottie is the first to change her position, influenced by Shauna's commanding presence. Travis and Akila quickly follow, forming a trio loyal to Shauna, not because they believe in her cause, but because they're drawn to her strength. It's a seismic shift that could pave the way for Shauna to challenge Natalie's authority, tipping the power balance in ways that might change the group forever. By the way, isn't it funny how nature always seems to know who's in charge? I mean, Lottie probably thought the wilderness was rooting for her until it wasn't. And with all of this chaos coming to a head, what's next for the survivors? There's no telling who will come out on top or what secrets still lie in the shadows. And then keep those theories coming. Stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe and like if you haven't already. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.